Good morning, Paul. Your Becky Soper high-grade iron ore project in Madagascar is starting to attract the attention of eyes around the world. Tell me, what's been happening on that front?
Well, I guess the first thing is that the scoping study released last year showed very encouraging results, low operating cost, high margin, and a logistics pathway from the mine site to the coastal town where the potential port could be. And as a result of that, a number of international players have engaged with us and have joined our strategic investor review process.
And what is that investor strategic review process all about?
So what we've done is we've set up a data room. Data room is basically an electronic library where all of our geographic, geological data is kept, our announcements, reports, and they're reviewing that for their due diligence to come up with potentially an indication of how they may work together with us in a strategic way going forward.
And why do you think these strategic investors are taking such a close look at Becky Soper?
In the first place, it's access to the high-grade direct ship ore from the weathered zone at Becky Soper. So the overlying material, that there's no overburden, it's readily mined and shipped to produce a lump and fines product for the blast furnace, the conventional iron ore making process, and they're looking for off-take iron units going forward.
So people taking a closer look, where is that process at now?
So we've got 6 companies in the data room. The last one's joined in just on Monday of this week. The first site visit will be the end of April, early May, so that's quite encouraging. And that follows Wardell Armstrong visiting site as part of the pre-feasibility study. So April, May is going to be a busy time for us, both with engineering pre-feasibility study work, but also with investor strategic partner site visits.
Now, April and May will be busy months, but March has also been a bumper month for you. You've been talking to a lot of investors.
We have. We've had 2 things happen in March. One is we've started our investor roadshows, so we've had very good attendance at the Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane lunches, and also we've had some one-on-one meetings as well around those lunches. Both new investors and existing investors have come along to be updated on where we're at. So that's been a very encouraging process, and in the 3rd or 4th week of March, I'm off to Sydney to a conference, another investor conference, to talk the Akora story.
And what has been some of the feedback you've received from investors?
Well, the first one is a bit disappointing. It's that we didn't know about this project and we're very impressed with the numbers. And as a result, people have requested further information. So that's encouraging, that the message, we're finally getting the message out there, which is good. And they're wanting to understand what the follow-on's going to be in terms of news flow and the like in the coming months.
And a recent message was that Becky Soper drilling has found that the resource is emerging as something bigger than you first thought.
Correct. So last year we did the infill drilling in the central and northern zones to add more DSO tonnes to enhance the scoping study financial numbers. That work has been finished. The assay results came in and were reported early in March. And those results are seeing numbers like 60 to 64% iron at intercepts of 4 and 6+ metres at surface. This has been sent to Wardell Armstrong, who will do the resource estimate, and that will then give us more tonnes, grade, mine life years to go into the scoping study to enhance the economics of the project.
Now, with all this ramped up activity, do you get the sense that momentum is starting to build around your project at Madagascar?
Look, I think so. The share price has been encouraging this year. You know, our share price is actually up for the first couple of months of this year, which is pleasing. I think the message is getting out there, and people are starting to appreciate that our project for the DSO in that weathered zone is going to deliver high-grade lump and fines into the iron and steel industry.